So we have Charles.
I take it.
Yeah, he's the writer-director,
Editor,
everything else.
Padre,
Do I give it to you?
Yeah.
Cheapskate Productions.
Solo que decía yo, que si lo cogía el
Why a film about dementia?
Okay. Well, I've made a few short films over my career, and I thought I'd finish with them, because you can't keep sending out short films forever and ever. But during lockdown, COVID, I had an idea for the script, so I wrote the script during lockdown, and then so what? What am I going to do with it? So I just entered it for a few festivals just as a screenplay, just because I could. And it did okay. It got selected by Hamburg and won a couple of others. And then once that had happened, I thought, well, I've got to make the thing. So I made it.
And in terms of the subject, particularly?
Well, yeah, it came about because my wife, as parents, were suffering with dementia. So it was something that we were aware of, obviously. And I felt that it's always hard for the person with dementia, obviously, but it's also hard for the people who are caring for the people with dementia. So I just wanted to say, maybe it's not so bad for the, I know this isn't in all cases, and there's so many different variants of it, but it's not always so bad for the person who's suffering. And that's what I tried to show there. So with the old man, he was happy as Larry when he was living in the past and going back in time and seeing his wife and all that. But of course it's the carers that have a hard time sometimes. So anyway, so having made it, we sent it off to Dementia UK because we thought that it would be nice, maybe they could use it, I don't know. But they gave us permission to stick their little bit on the end, so which is what we've done. So,
yeah.
So that was kind of the reason.
Yeah, and it's
Labour of love.
Labour of love.
Yeah.
And in terms of, so we had a lot of documentaries that we saw yesterday, which were essentially raising awareness.
Okay.
And obviously, films have this powerful force to let people know that they're not alone. And I thought what your film got across really well is to share. Don't think you're all by yourself. There's a community of people out there. So
appreciate it.
I think that did that really well.
Thank you.
For me
Yeah, no, I enjoyed writing it, and I really enjoyed putting the show together, putting the piece together. So that was great. And I was really lucky because I lived down in Leigh-on-Sea in Essex, and I went to school in Shoeburyness, which is where the garrison that we shot for the army scenes. I was so lucky because I went to school there, so I knew the garrison really well. In fact, I was a choir boy at the garrison church. So I really knew the locations. I knew it was going to happen there. And what's great is they've sold the barracks. It doesn't exist as a barracks anymore. Sold it off to housing. But what was fantastic for a filmmaker is that when I went and asked permission, we're going to shoot this film, the dementia thing helped get permissions. I'm sure other filmmakers say that always helps, doesn't it? But the great thing was, because it was a former army barracks, when they sold it off, the deal was, when you bought the houses, that you were never allowed to change the colour of your front door. They had to say British Army green. And they painted no yellow lines on the roads. So that was so fantastic for us. So that was nice.
Yeah. The set was already there.
Yeah, I was really lucky. But I knew it, you see, because I'd gone to school there.
Yeah. Local knowledge.
Yeah, always helps.
Yeah, it does. So we're going to throw some questions out to you guys.
Yeah.
So does anyone want to ask Charles anything?
See you later then.
It's not so much a question, it's just, the ignorance is bliss for some. That hit really well. My nan's going through it, so, when the photo was there and the penny dropped as where he was, that was really powerful. I really liked that. Because it just then obviously he's there with his slippers on,
I'm really sorry that when they screened this, I don't know why, but somehow it's cropped top and bottom, so when they got the shot, Dad, you got your slippers on. I went, oh, the slippers aren't there. So unfortunately, it just cropped. So you didn't see the slip. I know the slippers were there all the way through, but I thought, oh, there's no slippers. So somehow it's cropped the top of it. Okay. I'm sorry about
Probably
that.
my fault.
No.
It probably is.
No, I'm not moaning, honestly.
I'm joking.
But I tell you something, if I may say, but it's interesting that you said that you knew someone with dementia in the family. But it's those people there's a lot. Everyone who's watched it, it really affects the people who are going through it. Maybe not so much the young people, but and there's an awful lot of people having to live with it.
And it's as population gets older.
Well, there you go.
You see the stats.
Absolutely.
Anyone else?
Just wanted to say, just having done a film with a twist, it was nice to see a little twist there. Because obviously, when you see the old man, you think, is that a ghost or an angel or something? And then it's a nice idea that it was actually looking back at himself. I thought that was lovely.
Well, so pleased you said that, because when I wrote it, that's what was. I didn't know whether that was going to work. How quickly would the audience get that it's that man? And and I know it's really obvious when they move the picture. When she sees the picture, just straightens it. But I wondered, did they get it beforehand? But you don't know that till you put it in front of an audience, I guess.
Exactly, and that's what's nice, isn't
Thank
it?
you.
You don't know, you sort of throw it out there and see if it works. Yeah,
From
lovely.
another direction.
Very nice.
Let's have a question.
No, have a question. Otherwise, I'm off.
Anything else,
Thank
guys?
you. I
Yeah.
hope it went down.
It did. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.